In 1976, I, Mike Peters, was the very first ever punk rocker in Wales. Now, I'd seen the Sex Pistols play in 1976, and I came home a changed kid. And I resolved to become a punk rocker the very next day I got home. So I did. And the first thing I did was I went to school, and I ripped up my school uniform, because that's what you did, that was all you had. And I ripped the arms off, and I put it back together with safety pins. And I looked proper punk. And when I went home, my mum said, "Oh my God, what's happened, Mike?" I said, "Oh, some kid roughed me up in school, Mum. It was the only way I could get away with being a punk at home." She thought I'd done a good thing. Anyway, she soon realised what it was really going on, and I went out as a punk rocker for the very first time into Rill. And you've got to remember what the 70s was like, and before people knew what punk was. And everyone who I even worked with in Quick Save, in a supermarket, they all had flares this wide, platform shoes this big, sideburns this wide, and they were all into Starsky and Hutch. And drove cars like they did. Anyway, I came out in town with the tightest black trousers I could find. I rode away in the Melody Maker to get them, and they arrived. Like this. And I went out into town, I had 1976 sprayed on my back, punk rock rules, all this kind of stuff. And I knew it was going to be bad, because my dad dropped me off in town, and he dropped me off 3 miles away. So his mates at the golf club wouldn't see his son dressed the way he was. So I got into town, and it was like everyone who knew me, all of a sudden, didn't want to know me. So I kind of walked down the street in Rill, and everyone was parting the waves and moving outside. And I went to this club called the 69 Club. And it was I went in there, and I knew everybody in the club, except all of a sudden, again, they didn't want to know me. And it was like, they saw me walking in, and all of a sudden, they all moved to the far corners, as far away as they could get. And all of a sudden, I was all on my own in the middle of the punk rock club. And no one wanted to know me. Anyway, the DJ came to my rescue, and he put on a punk rock record. It went like this. I am Antichrist. I am Christ. I know what I want, but I don't know where to get it. I want to destroy. And I was off. You had to have a really dumb look on your face, and your arms dead straight down the side. That's how you did the pogo. See what happened with my harmonica when I was jumping them down like that. Look, that's not supposed to happen. Anyway, I was pogoing away to the Sex Pistols, and then all of a sudden, everybody from the outer recesses of the club started running onto the dance floor. They were all at my feet. And I realised that if you're going to go out as a punk rocker, make sure your loose change is tucked right down in your pants. So as I was pogoing, the money was bouncing all over the place, and people were getting rich on my pogoing. It wasn't good. Anyway, I used to go and see all the punk bands in 76, 77. I used to go to Collyhurst in Manchester, go to the Electric Circus. And I was there when I saw The Damned and the Adverts, and I saw the Clash on the White Light Tour, and the Buzzcocks and Joy Division and everything like that when they were called Warsaw. It's an amazing experience. And I came home to Rill one night, and I saw and realised I saw another punk rocker on the other side of the street, and I realised I'd never be alone ever again. He was 6.5 foot tall, maybe even almost 7 foot. And his name was John Hughes. We became instant best mates. And he said to me, "I heard you've started a punk band." And he goes, "If you come with me to Liverpool, to this club where they play punk rock, it's called Eric's, and it's on Matthew Street, and it's right opposite where the Cavern Club was, where the Beatles started out. And if you go there, I think you could get a gig for your band. So we drove up there. We went. I had a Ford Cortina. I don't know if you know what those are. I kind of got it off my granddad, and we went over. And he was like this big, and I was down here driving, looked like Mork and Mindy, punk rock. Anyway, we got to Liverpool and walked down Matthew Street, and I went up to the club, and the club Eric's was right under this sign memorial to the Beatles that said John, Paul, George, and Ringo, 4 lads who shook the world.
Oh yeah, baby!
Oh yeah, baby. Anyway, I went up to the window and the guy who ran the club was there. And I tapped on the window and he opened the window and I said, "Can I have a gig? I'm the first punk rocker from Wales and we're the first punk band in Wales." He goes, "What are you called?" And I said, "We're called the Toilets." And he goes, "What a shit name." And he goes, "But I tell you what, come back next week at 12 o'clock and you can have a gig supporting the Shattered Dolls." And as he said it, he put this poster in the window and said, "Next week, secret gig, The Clash." So I bought a ticket off him right there and then. And I came back a week later ready to play at midday. We played our gig at 12 o'clock on Saturday, October 1977, May 1977, whatever it was. And we came on, we smashed it. I'm really messed up here. We played 20 of those in 5 minutes. And absolutely ripped Eric's to bits. And when we finished the set, this guy jumped up on the stage, this big. It was Bob Geldof from the Boomtown Rats. And he came up to me and he went, "Who the hell, who that?" I still don't know what he says. Anyway, the next person was Roger Eagle, who ran the club. And he says, "Mike, that was amazing, I want to be your manager." And next thing, Bernie Rhodes, who managed the Clash, he jumps on the stage and goes, "Mike, I want to manage the Toilets. It's a crap name, but I'm going to manage you. We're going to change the name. You're going to come to London. But do you want to play with the Clash tonight?" Just rewind a bit, I said. And he said, "Do you want to play with the Clash tonight?" I went, "Yes, please!" So we played with the Clash. It was amazing. We got to meet Joe Strummer and everybody. And it was, my mate John, on the way home, it was really weird because my mate John, who kind of set it all up, he was our proper manager. We were driving home and he didn't stop talking. And he didn't stop talking for 5 days after we got home. And I know his eyes were like this. His teeth were going. And I knew he was different, and I realised that Bernie Rhodes, from the manager of the Clash, bribed him with cocaine so he could become our proper manager. Now, this is the time, when life kind of went like that, when our friendship diverted. He never came back from the drug world that got hold of him, and I still kind of clung on to this heady rock and roll dream and made it all happen. And my friend John, as I sing about in the song, he paid the price for some big mistakes. He went up and went down into Walton Jail, as the song says. In fact, just before it came out here, we're still really good friends and we stay in contact, and I go for a beer with him and we talk all about all the bands. And I was texting him the other night and I said, "Hey, I'm playing in Preston tonight." And he goes, "I was in prison in Preston when the Spirit of 76 came out," he says. Anyway, so, you know, he's lived a heavy life and paid the price for the misdemeanors life, the road life took him on. But now when I see him, he's built something with the price he paid for those mistakes. He's made a new life for himself, and I'm really proud of what he stands for today and what our friendship stands for. And it just shows you that you can really come back from the brink if you really want it hard enough. And John wanted it hard enough. We're still great friends, and I want to do him the honour when I sing this song for you tonight of updating his story, because it's now 2015, it's 30 years since I wrote it, almost 40 years since the Spirit of 76 happened. And we've all stood in the gigs and sang the line, "I will never give in until the day I die." And so tonight, I want to sing it for you because that's really what it's all about. I'm going to do John the respect of rewriting his story. And this is called The Spirit of 76. Let's go! Are you ready? Let's go! 1, 2, 3, go! Let's see your hands. perfect memory about what we might have had and what might have been. We had something going once that was such a long, long time ago. It was way back in '76. Our friendship formed a pure innocence. We first met on Matthew Street, and we heard something that would set us free. A sign stands over a door, it says for that to shoot the world. In the depths of those heady nights, we were dreaming of those bright lights. Oh my friend, oh my friend, oh my friend. Somewhere tonight out on the street, somewhere beneath the city. And he asked the strangers to pass me by. Life is cruel and so kind. Whoa, the spirit of '76. Still out there? Come on, let's see it. Now my friend Chuck came home one day. He built a brand new life from the price he paid. Now when I see him on the street, we talk about now and not what might have been. And Susie lives in revelry, not lost in a supermarket tree. She can always be found between dignity and pride. If there was more sense in this world, my work wasn't so hard to find. You would not be going your way, I would not be going my way. Somewhere tonight out on the street, somewhere beneath the city. And he asked the strangers to pass me by. Life is cruel and so unkind. Whoa! The spirit of '76. Mercy lights shine in the distance, same as they did for us then. Mercy lights shine bright in the distance. Where are you now, my friend? You see, some nights when I can't sleep, I still think of you. Of all the promises, all the dreams we shared. I know those nights still call to you. I can hear them now. In the night, I see heads go. Oh, still shining for you. Let them shine. Let them shine. One now. Is he still out there? Or what's up, let's go? And let me, I see my dreams come true. That don't make me no hero, I just wanted a lucky few. But I can't change the world these days. I still believe a man can change his own destiny, but the cost is high, and it's gotta be paid. For everyone who survives, there are many who pay. See my friends go out in their crossfire. Oranges and I'm smashed on the funeral pyre. I will never give it until the day that I die. Then we'll send some independence. Got out a future with your silver hair. the eyes of strangers who pass me by. Love is true and so am I. Whoa, the spirit of